Hello, and welcome to DidYouKnowGaming Extra. Today's episode is a spooktacular special. What defines horror? A sense of unease? The abnormal? The downright spooky? Well, games are full of scares, ranging from morbid jokes to unexplained creepy glitches and Easter eggs. Beavis and Butt-Head in Virtual Stupidity is a point-and-click PC game released in 1995 and ported to the original PlayStation in Japan in 1998. The game centers around Beavis and Butt-Head attempting to get into Todd's gang by completing various tasks in Highland, Texas. Like most point-and-click games of the time, it isn't possible to die during the game. However, there is one particularly gruesome Easter egg that does allow the player to do so. In the bathroom of the coffee shop found during the Free the Sperm Whales mission, if the player proceeds to click the foot icon on all three screws of the broken mirror, then the skull drawn on the side of the stall, a secret cutscene will trigger. Butt-Head will pull out a weapon, say "F***
you, Beavis,"
and shoot Beavis in the head.
Dumbass.
Another spooky Easter egg comes from the PC game Carmageddon 3 TDR 2000. The game centers around the player racing and smashing other cars up and killing pedestrians. This is much like the film Death Race 2000, to which the original game was meant to be a sequel. In the game, it's possible for the tide to turn on the murderous player. If the player uses the Kangaroo on Command power-up at the north end of the map, they're able to climb a rock wall and find a secret tunnel. When driving down the tunnel, the player will be met with a message stating, "Friggin' Kangaroo on Command, freak." Turning back will show another large message blocking the player, reading, "Now you are stuck, sucker," trapping the player from escaping, forcing them to restart their game. Bethesda are infamous for the numerous glitches in their games, including some pretty weird ones. Possibly one of the creepiest examples of this can be found in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Throughout the game, there are mannequins that can be used to hang up spare equipment. A number of players have experienced a glitch, which causes these models to adopt the NPC AI. This has led to some spooky moments, such as having the mannequin's gaze follow the player, and sometimes even freely walk around. A Reddit user discovered another pretty shocking Easter egg in the 1999 N64 port of California Speed. When racing on the Mojave Desert track, the player passes by a billboard with a troubling message plastered across it. Sometimes, God takes mummies and puppies away. And sometimes, just sometimes, I do. The texture sparked interest as to how and why this was included in the game, with some theorizing that a disgruntled employee slipped the message into the E-rated game. It wasn't until 18 years after the game's release that the truth behind it was revealed. Randall Rigdon, writing for Pop Optic, reached out to the game's developers for answers. It turns out the billboard was not necessarily intentional, and was a byproduct of the outrageous crunch time on porting the game to the console. Developer Morgan Godat said, "Unfortunately, as we were in a tight situation to even get the most basics of the game stood up on the N64, we didn't have anything handy or relevant to put on the billboards, so I plugged in a placeholder asset billboard texture so fucking stupid there would be no way it could possibly be confused for a real shipping asset. This asset was obviously mistakenly left in due to the time constraints." Strange Easter eggs aren't exclusive to PC and console games. Programs such as Microsoft Excel contained hidden games like a flight simulator and a racing game called Dev Hunter. We're using the word game loosely, as these actually acted more like interactive credits. The first, and perhaps most bizarre, comes in the form of Hall of Tortured Souls, hidden within Microsoft Excel 95. This is accessed by selecting the entire 95th row in a new Excel document, right-clicking, tabbing over to column B, and selecting Help/About, holding down Ctrl, Alt, and Shift while clicking the Tech Support button. Reminiscent of a cross between Doom and the Windows 95 3D screensaver, the player navigates a mysterious and eerie maze and ultimately comes face to face with a room full of developers staring back at them. And now it's time for this episode's random piece of trivia. Today we'll be looking at one of the sequels to the arcade classic Outrun. In Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast, if the player hangs around at the starting line after the race has begun, the flagman will start stretching. After stretching, the flagman will also do a dance. He'll either do a spin on his head or start to do the moonwalk. Did my voice add to the fear? Well, my name is John Robertson, the man behind the dark room. If you want to see more of what it is I do, and come visit my live shows, take a look in the description below.
And a special thank you to John Robertson. Much appreciated. Your voiceover was perfect for this episode. Don't forget, we're also making a book for our other show, Region Locked, so if you'd like to help us fund that and get yourself a little book all about regional exclusive games, be sure to take a look at our Unbound page in the description below.
That's right. Read my name, you dirty girl. We're just getting started. Look behind you. I said, look behind you. As the congressional debate over the instant gratification monkey flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of your boy Beowulf and his two children, Genostotle 7 and Ethan Ryback, by their husband and father, Chad Barnum. Corey Nelson purchased the game used in the crime, Phantom Sonic, from Alex Devine 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the three master gamers were gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, Vitas Varnas went to the trunk of Malcavio's car, retrieved the game, and forced the trio to play it as Hector Murillo cleaned up the kitchen after lunch. When Robert Cox came to investigate the error 1355, the Natch forced him to play too. Mike Sinister had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest Trevor Wooten lured him out by telling him it was just a good game. Synesthetics was found shot once in the chest by a G-Con used for Point Blank 3. You can't trust the tap water. 800-8135.
Hello, and now I'm here to thank our patrons. Their donations help us continue to make videos every single week. If you're interested in helping out, then just check out the link in the description down below. Doesn't matter if you didn't want to, we love you anyway.